Hi there, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Project Camper. Today, I'm a happy bunny. I have right here two Orion XSs made by Victron, both supplied by 12 Volt Planet. So I need to give them a massive shout out and a massive thank you. Check out the 12 Volt Planet website. They've got absolutely everything you need. They do heating, they do batteries, they do cable, they do Victron, obviously, because obviously that's where I've got my stuff from. They even do panels, solar tools, you know, everything you need. Just go down there. They've even got an amazing information centre where you can just you can look at videos. So if you look here now, you've got the knowledge centre. So you can just see that it's just a massive website that's got full of loads of useful information. So check out 12 Volt Planet and check out all their knowledge centre. You know, they are just, it's an amazing website and they are amazing people. So don't forget, check out 12 Volt Planet. Thanks very much. Anyway, let's get back to the video. The reason that I want two is basically because you can increase or decrease the ampage in 1 amp increasements. So if these are supposed to be 98% efficient due to their thermal conductivity, or they don't thermal up or they don't thermal down, I have in the back two 30 amp DC to DC Orions. Now they are supposed to give around, what's the wattage conversion? I can't remember. I'll put it down here. But this single one at 50 amps at 12 volts will give 700 watts with the correct gauge cable. Now I have overkilled my cable, so hopefully there should be no voltage loss. But two of these should give 1,400 watts of charging at 50 amps, which is 50 amps. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to thermal these down to hopefully, in theory, make them 100% efficient by only drawing the 30 amps. So these will still be running 30 amps, but at 100% efficiency. If I'm correct, I might not be, but that's the theory behind it. So these won't go into thermal, they won't thermal down, because obviously when electrons get hot, Victron, they actually thermal down, so it cools, they're self-cooling. But if these are 98% efficient, then in theory, if they're already running below their maximum, they shouldn't get as hot as they would running 50 amps, 700 watts each. So there you go. That is my reasoning behind it. And at a later date, when I do decide and have the available funds to have two lithium batteries, because at the moment I've only got one, which is a 300 amp hour that's made by Roma, and I've had some issues with it. So I would like to, wasp. Well, hello wasp, please don't make yourself at home in here. So yeah, I've always fitted Fogstar batteries to customers and friends and family's vehicles. So I would like to go down a Fogstar roof myself. So anyway, so it'd be nice one day, but at the moment I've got my 300 amp hour Roma. So I am going to go and fit these. I'll put a little video in showing you on my screen, which is the 70 touch connected to the servo unit. That's a pretty good bit of kit, so I'll put that little bit of footage in now. Right, let's unbox these little bad boys. I can't believe how tiny they are. Look at that. They are diddy, absolutely diddy. There's one. There's two. Look how tiny they are. It's just like Mad. Nothing. But hey ho. Brand spanking new. Look at them. Oh! Pure blue sexiness. Oh yeah. So you can see here, okay, that with two DC to DC 30 amp chargers, okay, I'm only putting like 490, 498, just around about, you know, 500. There you go. So it's got up to 500. So it's about the 500 mark. You can see that. And we're 64% charged. So, wow, and 5 watts of solar. So, if one DC XS charges at 50 amps, that's 700 theoretical watts. So you can see that with two 30 amps, I don't know why, but you're just not getting it. You know, they thermal down. They thermal down really fast. So that's the idea of me swapping out both of the 30 amp DC to DCs for two Victron XS 50 amps, which in theory would give me 1400 watts, but I am going to ramp them back down so they're under no load. You've seen the footage, see my reasoning behind it. Let's go to the back and see what we've got to do. Now I have cleared out the back of the garage because, if you've seen in my last video, I have really hurt my foot. So let's turn the lights on. Right, in the back, behind the wash machine, you can see my 300 amp hour Roma battery down there in a blanket. And in the corner here, you can see the servo and the first Orion and the second Orion. And they're all connected to the links. And obviously, here, I've got my All Powers R2500 power bank, and I've got another MPPT here, and that's connected to these cables, so now I can connect the folding panel. And also I've got the IP22 charger there, so that's all plumbed in. Cables just there when I need them, which is really handy. That last night took me about 4 hours to do that. My OCD got the better of me, even trying to get them all lined up and that lined up. Anyway, let's get back to today's job. So, oh Christ, try not to break my ankle. So now I've got to get all this stuff out, and it is a very pleasant day here. Look at that, look. Still got some foliage on the trees. So anyway, let's get this stuff out. So here you can see both Orions, and all I've got to do is undo these 3 cables here, these 3 cables here. At the moment, these ones aren't VE direct, so what I want to do is on the servo is basically undo this USB here because it goes to the blink, and I'll get the VE direct to USB cables for the the XS's. God, GX, OS, TR, MPPT. So anyway, let's turn this off. Right, we are now brown bread. Van is completely dead. So there you go. So let's undo these little tabs. See, van is dead. Dead. Nothing's on. The screen's dead. So let's get on and do it. Let's fit these little bad boys. Right, go around the back, start doing it. Let's do this stuff. Right, here's a handy little trick. I don't know if you know, if you've got a snap-on screwdriver, ratchet screwdriver, this pulls out. And then all you've got to do is undo your, this is a low power, just a crash and drill. And I use this as a screwdriver. Job done. So now you've got a nice long reach, so you can undo these. Right, put the screwdriver to one side, and just got another screwdriver, Phillips, to undo the front of these, because these also, this little black bit here is also a wire clamp, which is pretty handy. So obviously we've got exactly the same markings. We got in, ground, out, in, ground, out. So there's nothing difficult, nothing technical. All we've got to do is replace these. We've got a series of flat bladed terminals here. So with my trusty snap-on toolbox, can I get the bigger one? So there you go, perfect. So I can undo these to accept the new cable. And hopefully, without any mods, this should just fit. The cable should just accept, because I put ferrules on them. Now, some people say, don't use ferrules, but I prefer the ferrules, and my reasoning behind that is because if you were to push down too far or clamp down too much, you can actually cut into the cable, cut into the tiny strands in the wire. Now if they've got a ferrule on them, they're all kept together, and then the screw goes onto the ferrule, which keeps it nice and round, and also makes a little dent in it, so it grips it to stop it from coming out. Now you can argue about surface contact area, maybe. I seriously doubt it. Anyway, I'm going to take a deep breath, pause the video, go and make myself a drink, then come back to doing this. Okay, I'll probably do this one first, because then obviously gives me a little bit more room here. These are flashing. Okay, right, there's a trip underneath the seat. I'm going to go and turn that off, see if that stops flashing. Actually, let's go and I'll show you what it is. We'll go back to the inside of the van. I can just show you then. Right, get rid of the boxes. Okay, underneath here is where my diesel heater is. And right, so there is my trip switch. So let's see if I can hold the camera there. Well, I'm not going to be able to hold the camera and film. I might be able to. Okay, where's my finger? Right, so that's a blue C, and that's 120 amp hour. I'll probably have to uprate that, I think. But hey ho. Anyway, all done and dusted. See if that's completely killed everything, because what I don't want is to shock the new Orion XS's. So, yeah. Oh, no, there's probably just residual power inside the capacitors. Anyway, so yeah, there's nothing there. Right, I've got this handy little tool. It's called a Terminator. It's just like a handheld multimeter. Now there should probably be about, there you go, 2.3, 2.2 volts left in there. It's only the capacitors inside here, like obviously being charged up. So what we'll do is we'll just disconnect these three and put them straight in to the new XS. Right. Give you a bit of camera angle because I can't really see there. I'm going to try and film this as best I can in real time. So here we go. So the positive in. So you can just about see the ferrule. And then all I'm going to do, oh shit, I dropped it. So all I'm going to do is put that in, and you can see that fits in there very, very nicely. I'm impressed. So we can screw that down, and that is nice and snug. And we'll do the second positive. So we've got nothing else. Once again, I'll probably give that a little bit of a pull. And there we go, once again, so we can put that in there. Job done. Damn, it's hot. Well, I'm sweating my nuts off. I'm not feeling too great at the moment because, as I said, I've hurt my ankle on a mountain bike accident. So there you go. So all I've got to do now is take out the ground. Take that out. Hold that. Might get a bit of a spark here, might not, I don't really know. Just quickly tap it. Nothing, excellent. There you go. So that is that one done. And I'm not over tightening these, I'm just nipping them up. So there you go. Right. So all we've got to do now is take the DC, this Orion one, off the wall. There we go. I remember putting all this together and trying to get it all perfectly lined up. Now, there you go. So you can see the size difference. Look at them. Look at that. It's just mental. I mean, obviously this is mainly heat shrink. So yeah, there you go. There's one. They're tiny. Oh, this is going to muck with. Oh, I might be able to. So there. I'm just going to have to play around. So there. Does that look straight to you? Leave a comment. All right. I'm just going to put these screws in for the time being. Right. Does that look right? Probably not at the right angle anyway, is it, for the camera? Okay, so that should be straight, hopefully, because my OCD will go bananas. Okay. Right, where's that other? Because these are smaller, I can get in quicker, well, shallower. There. That's straight. Oh, I don't know. It looks straight. There. So that's one done. So in theory, there you go. Look. So this is 360 watts at 30 amps. So that would be, so that's 6, 7, 20, I don't know, or 720. Yeah, 720 watts. If my maths correct, might not be. Tell me if I'm correct or I'm completely bloody wrong. Right, so there's one. Right, and let's put on the little clamp. Look at that, that's lovely. Wow, they're so tiny. So tiny. So there's the first one. Right, I don't know if you can see up in the corner here. There's a fan. And what I did is this fan is connected to the very messy aux beam controller up there, that's a work in progress. So when I go on the dashboard, I can just turn the fans on if I'm on a long, and it used to draw the air across the top of the original Orions, but hopefully I won't need that anymore. But I probably will keep that there for the time being. Right, now I know this one's a sod to get off, so I'm just going to cut because I might have to take the servo or try and get in there somehow. Anyway, so I'll get this one off and I'll come back to you. Right, there we go. Both of them are on. And all we do is put the gripper back on. Absolutely hassle-free. There you go. Right, okay, so now all we've got to do is turn this back on. Right. And then all we've got to do now is turn everything else back on and start the van up, and then I can go through all the settings. I just can't believe how tiny they are. Just, oh, wow, just nuts. Anyway, so now I've got two spare inside of them. Right, okay, let's go around the front, turn everything back on and start the van up. Right, let's go underneath here, turn it all back on. And that's done. Right, what we'll do now, start the van up and everything should bark back up. Don't know why you have to do that, but that's how it normally happens. Because at the moment you'll see everything is dead. And I'll start the van up and you should probably see the screen light up in a second. Right, actually it won't do because I haven't turned it all back on, have I? Shit. Oh, it is on. Cool. Right. So now we are all barked back up. So the lights are on, and all we've got to do now is set these up. But they are saying bulk. So let's go round and look at the display. Right, 14.8 volts. Have to wait for this to bark back up. It'll take a little while, so it comes back to that in a second. Right, see what's happening. Probably not going to be doing anything because, in all fairness, battery's fully charged. So yeah, 100%. Right, so I'm going to now dissipate some power from the battery, and then we've got the solar yield and the battery, so I'll make myself a cup of tea. There you go, look, we are now taking 817 watts out of the battery, discharging, blah blah blah. I might actually turn the solar panel back off actually, because we don't want any solar. So there you go, that's the solar off. So now, nothing, so we are running completely off the battery. So we need to discharge it to get some readings from here. By readings from here, that will come up. Right, boiled the kettle a couple of times and we're only at, where we go, 98%. So let's cane the battery a bit. Let's turn the hot water on. Right, hot water's on. Normally that comes directly off the solar, but I've turned the solar off, if you remember. So I want no solar coming in. So we should be dissipating, there you go, 382 watts. Battery should last, there you go, 10 hours and going down. Hopefully the camera can pick it up. So there you go. So no solar, and we are just going to be discharging the battery. I've left the inverter on as well because that takes residual power, so going to leave that on. I've got the oven. 50 quid from Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description for that. That's a brilliant bit of kit. Oven and an air fryer, amazing. Little kettle here, 700 watt kettle, pulls a little bit more than 700 watts. I'd say probably it's about 800, you know, with a bit of loss and all that malarkey. Brilliant. So yeah, that is my two main things. And to be fair, even though I've got an induction hob, I don't really use it that much often. Apart from, you know, making pasta, that's about it. Anyway, so kettle, and then obviously the little oven here, which is brilliant. That is just like the best 50 quid ever. And I must say, I know it's like I had the amazing, what's it called, Ninja air fryer for 50 quid. This thing's better. You know, people was like, oh, what is that? And so I've probably sold probably about 8 or 9 of these already, you know, through my links and all that. Anyway, that's on an Amazon page, which is up the top on the home page, on the banner of Project Camper YouTube page. So anyway, we're still dissipating 406 watts, no solar, battery. Oh, do you know what, it's really weird actually. When you want your battery to go a little bit flat, they're just hanging on in there. So anyway, we'll come back and see what happens. Right, I've adjusted both of the DC to DCs, the new XSs, down to 30 amps a pair. So 30 amps input, 30 amps output. So you can see, I mean, before it was like 3,500 watts. Now we're at 504, 500, and you know, you can see it going up there, 510 there. Look. But obviously we're top balancing the battery, so they're going to ramp down anyway. But at the moment, we've got a massive improvement already. You know, it's over 100 watts there. So I'm happy with that. And I've ramped both DCs to DCs down. They got 500 watts there, look. So 250 each. So as long as that's fine, I'm happy with that. As I say, I could ramp them back up to, oh, come out, focus. I could ramp them back up to the 700 watts, but it still won't do anything because obviously the battery is almost fully charged, and as I say, we're top balancing it. My cables are completely okay. I have some seriously beefy cables coming from the battery to the back of the battery, and that is coming off of a 300 amp hour alternator from a ambulance. So anyway, there you go. So this is just a little video. It's not hard to upgrade, and you have got a massive improvement. I have gone overboard and I have ramped my stuff down. So you can see, hang on, let's turn the engine off. Well, I have actually ramped everything down to make them supposedly 100% efficient. In my head, I think that works, not quite sure. But there you go. It's not hard to upgrade from the old Orion, which is quite a chunky and quite heavy, but still, in all fairness, a fantastic bit of kit. I mean, you can pick these up now. I'll probably be selling these, and I'll probably sell them about 125 quid each because they're still under warranty. I don't have a box, but they are absolutely, these have never been under stress and strain anyway, because I'm not like that. You know, I take care of my stuff, because this to me is a massive investment. These were a massive investment. So, and this Orion Victron stuff, it is, and I will say, it is fit and forget. If you are in the market for anything, I totally recommend Victron. I will not fit anything else to my van anymore. Get your stuff from 12 Volt Planet. It's almost next day delivery, and they you know, they are bloody nice people. They really are. They bend over backwards to help you. They will get the orders out. Bang, you get a notification when you're going to get it. You get a PDP delivery. You know where you stand. You just can't get any better than that. That's why I'm now going to completely recommend 12 Volt Planet. So anyway, this was, I don't know, a technical video, a short video. Make it what you will. This is my interpretation of fitting the XS 50 amp DC to DC charger to my Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. I've done it the way I deemed necessary. Please leave a comment below if you like this video. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to click and subscribe. And see you in the next one, guys. See you later. Bye.